Hey, what's up, everybody? Frank Valkyria, welcome to the channel. Today, unfortunately, we're talking about something incredibly tragic. Yesterday evening, I started to receive messages on Instagram and also on an older video reaction that we did of Marília Mendonça almost a year and a half ago, and I was made aware of the tragic events. It's absolutely unfortunate, absolutely unfortunate. I've seen a few videos, and of course, as an artist, I didn't know a ton, but of course, we have on the channel an incredible amount. Half of the almost half of the audience is from Brazil on my channel, and I started to receive so many messages that I thought at least acknowledging on a video and discussing for a moment was the least I could do. First of all, to pay condolences to anybody involved and the family, but I also wanted to discuss something with you regarding the accident itself. Because I saw some video, and the first thing that comes to mind, first of all, I just get angry. I don't know if it's me, but I just get angry. I just get pissed off because the first place where my mind goes is, all right, what happened here? You know, was this like avoidable? Which were the conditions or whatever details that led to this? Because again, the first thing that comes into my head, it's like, is there any negligence? Is there some human mistake somewhere? What are the concoction of elements that led to this tragic event? Because most of the time you think, plane, they don't crash. There are thousands of planes flying everywhere all day, every day, for weeks, for months, for years. No accidents ever happen. So you think like, okay, this is supposed to be something fairly safe. And I saw this video. Yeah, I saw this video um, of this. Like I saw the plane like this there, just crashing in a waterfall. And first of all, I honestly was shocked to see also that the plane somehow stayed intact, but the people flying inside didn't make it. Like you look at this, especially when you look at the front part, you sort of immediately like, okay, maybe there is hope. That they managed perhaps to survive, but of course, hitting the ground at high speed, yeah, you don't know what happened for real. But when I look at this, I also have questions. First of all, I'm sure that some of those questions have been already answered, or there are people which they're investigating on this. And again, for me, first of all, it's a tragic event. Doesn't matter if it's a celebrity or another human being. We all human beings. This is just incredibly sad to witness. Either you're related to the person, you don't know the person, you hear this, is just heartbreaking, especially for also the people living left behind. But the thing that comes to mind is really because I know you cannot make those kind of connections, but thanks to you guys, I somehow have learned also of other things that happen to other people, to other musicians in Brazil. And so you kind of tend to lean towards like, okay, is there something that perhaps has to do more with infrastructure, with somewhere something that got neglected to the point where this happens. You know what I mean? Like, was the plane in tip-top condition? Was it checked? Was the pilot professional? Was the tarmac of the landing strip, or the departure strip where the plane took off in good condition? Because you don't know. Or could be like also natural condition, like I don't know, mist, the weather was too windy, maybe they shouldn't have left. So some of those things I don't know, because I was trying to gather some information from the first video that I saw, but I couldn't understand much. And again, your mind just goes to so many questions to what could have caused this, like this. Um, I don't know. I'm really just when I see those things, I just get quite upset. You know, I get just quite upset because um, yeah, there, there must be a way. Probably there was a way to avoid this with maybe more care for details in all the aspect of the aviation involved. You know, both from the infrastructure on the ground to the plane to who was piloting it and everything else. You know, so you really ask yourself all those questions and whatever can be done to avoid those things in the future, really, because this is this shouldn't happen. That's it. You know, this should not happen. You take a private plane. I don't know. I don't know if this is a company or it's a private plane, privately operated, or from a smaller fleet of a company which they do those more like shorter trips. Um, but definitely, there must be some way of retrieving information from the black box, if this plane had one, to understand with more clarity the causes of these incidents, that in case there is anything to do with negligence, that at least can be shared to the point where sensitize other companies, other business, other infrastructures to try to improve. Because again, this should not happen. Should not have happened. Like, okay, there are always like disasters in the sky. Like I don't know, if you get into incredibly bad weather, sometimes there's bad luck, whatever. But like I said, the normal conditions, normal circumstances of aviations where things are taken care of allows for thousands and thousands of planes, bigger or smaller, to travel safely every single day with hundreds of thousands of passengers daily, or even more. So the standard condition, it's safety. Of course, in that standard condition, a very small percentage, something can happen. But when I look at this, somehow I just the sense that something went wrong in the way of that perhaps with an oversight, better paying attention a little bit more, or all those other things related to the safety on board, the safety of the plane, of the engines, and the safety in terms of like, can you take off, the weather, how it is, could probably have led to a different outcome. The same thing what happened also with Kobe Bryant, with the helicopter, like not long ago, a year or so ago. And it seems like exactly similar circumstances of like, the fog and the mist and the combination of the weather with the moment just led to that accident, that perhaps just have been a little bit more careful or meticulous on planning the trip from the part of who is piloting or the companies or whatever, could have led to a different outcome. Sometimes I wonder if there is also the pressure like of companies where you're like, we got to go there, no, we got to go now, and they're under pressure and they just condone, and they go like, okay, let's go, the weather should be fine. And perhaps sometimes you take too much chances, in that way, disregarding the fact that safety always comes first, especially in the air, because once you're up and you're falling down, it's not like being on the sea or something where there is more chances of being rescued, if a ship goes down, at least, if it doesn't go down too fast. But anyway, guys, I just, you asked me to make this video, to talk a little bit about it. It just makes me sad because, like I said, a young artist, 26-year-old, even if I don't know a lot about it, but just the fact of another human being having to go this way, it's just wrong. It's just wrong, and I hope that at least they can bring some clarity you know, through investigation and what happened here through the black box, or if there was any communication with with the airport down before they took off, to understand a little bit the dynamic, to at least get some closure around this tragic event. So that's all I have to say on this. And yes, we can never give anything for granted. I just want to wish you health, prosperity for a very long, long time. And yeah, let's talk tomorrow. Ciao.